Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel Battleverse. Today we are diving deep into one of the most dramatic and highly discussed events unfolding in the Middle East, as Israeli fighter jets carried out a strike against a Hezbollah base, leading to consequences that are still sending shockwaves across the region and the world. To truly understand what happened, we must break down the details of the aircraft involved, the nature of the operation, the aftermath, and the significance of this strike in a broader strategic, military, and political context. As always, this review will look not only at the exterior and interior features of the fighter jets that carried out the mission, but also at their performance in combat, their safety systems, their unique selling points compared to rivals, the cost of these machines, and finally draw a conclusion on why this strike matters and what it represents in modern warfare. When we look at the exterior of the Israeli fighter jets used in this strike, most reports suggest that the aircraft involved were F-16I Sufa and possibly F-35I Adir jets, both of which form the backbone of the Israeli Air Force strike capabilities. The exterior of these jets is designed not just for aesthetics, but for pure battlefield utility. The F-16I Sufa is an advanced Israeli, modified version of the American F-16 Fighting Falcon, featuring conformal fuel tanks attached to its fuselage, giving it a bulkier look but vastly extended range. This allows Israeli pilots to operate deeper into enemy territory without depending heavily on aerial refueling. The F-35I Adir, on the other hand, is the stealth fighter that represents a generational leap in design. With its smooth radar, absorbing exterior, angled fuselage and internal weapons bays, the F-35 is almost invisible to conventional radar systems. In this strike, the combination of these two jets would have presented Hezbollah with a nearly impossible challenge to detect and intercept. Their exteriors tell a story of precision and survivability, blending American engineering with Israeli modifications tailored for regional threats. Moving into the interior, this is where the Israeli advantage becomes even clearer. The cockpit of the F-16I Sufa is highly modernized with wide-angle heads-up displays, advanced avionics, and Israeli developed electronic warfare suites. Pilots benefit from helmet-mounted cueing systems which allow them to lock onto targets simply by looking at them, reducing reaction time to mere fractions of a second. The F-35I Adir takes interiors to an entirely different level of sophistication. Its cockpit is designed to reduce pilot workload through automation and seamless integration of data from multiple sensors. The pilot is presented with a panoramic touchscreen display that merges intelligence from radar, infrared cameras, electronic sensors, and allied forces into one clear, easy-to-read interface. The helmet itself is a technological marvel, projecting a 360-degree battlefield view directly onto the visor, effectively letting the pilot see through the aircraft. This integration of the pilot into the machine makes Israeli fighter jet interiors some of the most advanced combat environments in the world, giving them the confidence to execute high-risk missions such as striking Hezbollah bases without hesitation. Performance in real combat is the ultimate measure of any military aircraft, and the events of this strike once again highlight why Israeli jets are feared across the Middle East. The F-16I Sufa's performance relies on speed, maneuverability, and versatility. With a maximum speed of over Mach 2 and the ability to carry a wide variety of munitions, including precision, guided bombs, anti-radar missiles, and air-to-air weapons, the jet is capable of adapting to changing combat scenarios instantly. The F-35I Adir, while slower in top speed compared to the F-16, delivers performance through stealth and sensor dominance. During this strike, it is believed that the F-35 provided targeting data and suppressed Hezbollah's air defenses, ensuring the strike packages reached their objectives without suffering losses. The combination of stealth, precision, and overwhelming firepower delivered devastating results. Reports indicate that Hezbollah's command infrastructure was severely damaged, with critical supplies and weapon stockpiles destroyed in minutes. The performance of these jets proves that modern air combat is not only about speed and dogfights, but about who can strike first, strike accurately, and avoid detection altogether. Safety features of these jets are another critical component that should not be overlooked. Because in high-risk missions like this, Survival is everything. Both the F-16I and F-35I are equipped with cutting-edge electronic countermeasures that can jam enemy radar, decoy incoming missiles, and in the case of the F-35, even evade them entirely through stealth. The cockpit is reinforced and designed with pilot survivability in mind, with ejection seats capable of rescuing the pilot even at low altitude or high speed. Israeli jets also feature redundant systems, meaning if one system fails during combat, backup systems automatically take over to keep the jet operational. This redundancy ensures missions can be completed without catastrophic loss of control. For the pilots, training is part of the safety equation as well. Israeli pilots undergo some of the toughest training in the world, ensuring they know exactly how to respond under pressure. This blend of engineering and human expertise is what makes these missions so successful and allows Israel to maintain its air dominance even when facing enemies like Hezbollah, who often operate in heavily fortified areas. Unique selling points of the Israeli Air Force jets become clearer when compared to regional adversaries. Hezbollah, for instance, relies mostly on surface-to-surface missiles and has no true air force to defend itself. In contrast, Israeli jets not only dominate the skies but also integrate seamlessly with ground-based intelligence, drones, and satellite systems. The F-35I in particular is unique because Israel is the only nation outside the United States allowed to customize its version of the jet, adding homegrown software, weapons, and electronic warfare systems that make it distinct from other nations' F-35s. This means Israeli jets are not just off-the-shelf purchases but are specifically adapted to handle threats like Hezbollah's bunkers, Iran's missile supply routes, and Syrian air defenses. The F-16I Sufa's unique point lies in its endurance and versatility, capable of both deep strikes and close air support. Together, these unique features create a layered air dominance strategy that no adversary in the region has been able to match. Of course, such advanced technology comes at a price. The F-16I Sufa costs around $70 million per unit, with operational costs running into tens of thousands of dollars per flight hour. The F-35I Adir is far more expensive, with each jet costing around $100 to $120 million, depending on the modifications. Maintaining stealth coatings, advanced sensors, and constant software updates also adds to the cost. However, Israel considers this price tag a necessary investment in national security, especially when facing threats from groups like Hezbollah that are backed by Iran. In comparison to the potential cost of an all-out war or the destruction of Israeli cities by Hezbollah rockets, the price of maintaining such fighter jets is justified. These jets are not just machines, they are strategic assets that ensure Israel's survival in one of the most hostile environments on Earth. In conclusion, the Israeli strike on Hezbollah's base demonstrates how advanced military technology, when paired with skilled pilots and precise intelligence, can shape the outcome of conflicts. The exterior design of the jets emphasizes survivability and stealth. The interiors create a seamless human-machine interface. Their performance in combat underscores precision and adaptability, and their safety systems keep pilots alive in the most dangerous missions. Unique selling points such as Israeli customizations give them an edge unmatched in the region, and while the price tag is enormous, the payoff in deterrence and security is even greater. The aftermath of this strike has left Hezbollah weakened, sent a clear message to Iran, and once again showcased why Israeli fighter jets are among the most feared in the world. But beyond the technical review, this event also highlights the future of warfare, where stealth, precision, and information dominance will outweigh sheer numbers. Israel's ability to execute such missions reaffirms its role as a dominant military power in the Middle East, capable of shaping events with just a few aircraft and a few minutes of flight time.